What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. So, we got a number of updates for you, man. Right now, Chris Eubank Jr. has broken his silence since filling in the Essex Plumbington Egor Hen, aka Conor Hen, aka Conor Benedict. Okay, bash. Let's get to, where should we start? Let's start with the beef, okay? Now, Usyk came out just talking a whole bunch of waffles. Essentially, I got the audio here, to tell you the truth, man. Usyk came out, here's the audio, I'm gonna play it. Very nice, Eubank, yes sir, Yuckashmush, Conor Benn. No, I'm messing, man, that's crazy. You man are wild, right? You man are wilding out right now, you best believe it. Anyway, let's get to the point, man, stop playing with me, okay? Usyk reacts to the Junior versus Egg Benedict, and he says the following, some of the most mythical bars I've ever seen. Here we go, listen. See this one here, look, watch. I think Ben won. I didn't watch the entire fight and count, but I had him winning the first 6 or 7 rounds. Source Talk Sport. I had him winning the first 6 or 7 rounds. Now, Eubank Jr. responded to this post, and look, the fact of the matter is, people, yeah, Eubank Jr. has since deleted the post. But I'm going to show you my evidence here. I should have snapshotted it at the time. These guys, man, they be deleting their posts. It's very annoying. But look here, look. I send messages to myself to log events, so I know what I'm talking about. There's so much going on, etc., etc. So listen, what time was this? 11:44. I posted to myself, Eubank Jr. responds to Usyk saying Ben won. Yeah? I've spent about an hour trying. I thought, where did I see that? Am I bugging? But he responded to it. Now, what he said was, he said, you see you gap tooth Plumbington from the Ukraine. Now, he didn't say that, but it was some dead bars, to be fair. He said kind of like, thank you. A flippant thank you. That's what he said. But listen, I got to make money. I got to make out there's a beef. So, yeah, I mean, it should be a beef. Eubank should have come out and put it on him and say, listen, man, I think you lost to AJ twice and lost to Dubois as well. The Dubois one would have been more topical. Yeah? Never mind 6 or 7 rounds. You got stopped to the soft body by Danny Dubois. That's what I'd have said. But listen, let's address this Usyk thing here. Yeah? I never understood this. People, I haven't watched it, but I thought he won 20 rounds. So, have you watched it or not? How could you know if he won if you ain't watched it, man? Not to mention, he won the first 6 or 7. He got boxed up expeditiously. Yeah, there's no... Eubank's best rounds were like 4, 5 and 6. What are you talking about? Seriously, what planet is going on? Ben got washed in the first half of the fight. That was the narrative. It was looking like a boxing lesson. Yeah? After 6. So Ben won the first 6 or 7? I think he was probably watching the Dobson fight. Because clearly he don't know what was going on. Because if he did, he'd have watched the whole thing. So to tell the truth, man, you put Dobson highlights on. I'm calling it right now. Alexander Usyk, he typed Conor Benn's name into, or someone in his team typed in Conor Benn's name and the Dobson highlights came up and he thought, what? He won that hands down. He didn't watch his fight. Never mind, I didn't watch it all. You didn't watch any of it to say that. I think there's more of an argument in the latter rounds, myself included, when Eubank's looking so ropey, even though he's got the volume over Ben. I can see how a structured fighter like Usyk might say the messiness of it, seeing a man doubled over and whatnot, you can kind of, it took away from it, if that makes sense. But them early rounds, Eubank standing there poised, popping his head with a jab, hitting him with the uppercut. You'd think that would be the work Usyk liked, but like I told you, he didn't watch the fight at all. Never mind he watched a few rounds. He didn't watch any of it, because if he did, he'd have known. At the very best, after 6, at the very best, because Eubank won 4, 5 and 6, forget about it. That's a fact. No doubt about that one there. So at the very best, you'd say Ben won the first 3 and Eubank won the next 3. So it'd be like the first half was 50-50. Just 7 rounds. I had him winning the first 6 or 7. That's wild. Maybe we know Usyk likes to have the hoppy feet. Maybe Usyk was just scoring points. The fact that Ben was hopping on his feet. Obviously, Usyk's more productive when he's hopping around, but Ben, that's the only thing I could have think he was looking at. Yeah, I think Alexander Usyk watched the fight on a moody stream, and you know them moody streams, they zoom in, don't they? I think Alexander Usyk watched the first 6 rounds, zoomed in on their feet. It was a knockoff, moody YouTube link, and the fight was zoomed in on their bottom half, and all he saw was Ben hopping around. He thought, well, he must be doing something. That's what he must have done. He didn't watch any of the real fight. For sure, man. I don't know where they find these guys at, to be honest. The punch stats, everywhere you look, Eubank was outlanding in percentages terms. He was outlanding in volume. There was about a 150 point landed swing. Now, even if you say the compo box numbers aren't right, okay, take 50 punches off for Eubank. That's still 100. Take 100 punches off. That's still 50 for Eubank. How many more punches do you want to take off? That doesn't even account for the fact that Hen, you'd have to adjust the compy box numbers for Hens as well. So, listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But we do need less of this. Not that it matters, but still, we need less of the whole, I didn't watch it, but I know what happened. That's mad. I didn't watch it, but I know exactly what happened, man. He dominated him. Didn't lose a round to 7. Really? That's fascinating, man. I've never heard of that one there. We need some more judges like Usyk who can not watch something and know exactly what happened. Is it the case that Usyk, what's the word? His boxing prowess, he's like, I don't even need to watch, I'm so connected with the boxing gods, they just telephonetically transfer the information to my head. But even if they did, the gods have got the moody information, man. No one could ever, I don't care, no one could ever, seriously. There's some fights where the first 6, they're all stinkers / could go either way. But for this fight, there's no way you could ever give Ben 6. You couldn't even give him 6 rounds out of 7. The biggest Ben fan couldn't do that. It got controversial 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's when it started getting mixy. Well, certainly 9, 10, 11, 12. That's when it kind of went... Round 3 was definitely Ben's, for example. The first half was pretty easy to score, if I'm honest. It wasn't a whitewash, so... there's the bars from... Oh, there's always some Deliveroo plumber, man, knocking my fucking door, man. Very annoying. Fair play, actually, people. It was a Temu jobber. Dropping my gear off, man. Dropping my knockoff. People's Republic of China gear off, man. You best believe it. Anyway, man, let's get back to it. Where was I? Okay, I think we've talked enough about this thing here. I mean, has he been paid by Eggy? Eggy Hearns paid him. Probably. Yeah? You notice this, when people ascend to the capital, they start to the capital class, they start dropping these kind of industry bars. Yeah, Ben won that one for sure. Didn't watch it, but he proper scored him. Because Eggy Hearn, Usyk's in that realm now. He's in the multi-$100 million DAZN matchroomness. So they're all friends now. Yeah, he's going out to the island as such, allegedly. You see that one there, man? Once you hit the club, come on, man. You're getting flown out to the island. Stop playing with me. So now you're putting you, man, on with all the island bars. Well, you know, Eggy said it was 7 rounds spark, so he won every round for the first 7, so I'll just repeat what Eggy Hearn told me. Anyway, that's that part done. And like I said, Eubank responded saying thank you, flippantly. Now let's move on to Eubank breaking his silence on... Where is it? His first post after getting out of hospital as such. He said... Well, it took nearly 3 years, but we finally got the job done. Big shout out to everyone that supported the fight on Saturday and made it the once in a lifetime event that it was. Without the fans, none of this is possible. Thank you. I would have liked to live, honestly, man. Seeing Conor Benn's been out here doing... I think, obviously, Eubank's older now. Conor Benn, he's 28, but he's more like a 19-year-old. If you watch some of his videos, listen, we've all done it. Yeah, we've all done it where you're posing for Instagram and whatnot, got your body out and whatnot. But it's more of, I ain't gonna lie, it's more of an 18. Once you're knocking close to your 30s, man. Usually, like Conor Benn ain't taking beach photos with his top off. He's sitting in his house with a chain on. Sitting in his house with a chain on, like flexing. It's like, ooh, that's giving me the ick, man. That's giving me the proper ick. But listen, he paid. So listen, when you're paid, you can anything kind of works. You notice that about life. When you're paid, yeah, you can do anything. You see them rich guys who dress like hobos. When you're paid, yeah, you can be a hobo, or you can have your shirt off and a cigar in your mouth and just be acting buck wild, and it kind of works. Yeah. So I'm not knocking him for it. I'll show you some of the videos if you haven't seen them of Conor Benn. Just to let you know what time it is quickly. I'm not hating, he's literally doing this, man. Where is it? Here we go. Come on. I can't play the audio because he's playing Drake songs. The cabal will zap me for copyright infringement, but you get the point, man. You got the chain on, his top's off, he's in his house, he's, look, come on, giving the angles and that. It's like, whoa, that's wild, man. That's super wild. Anyway, wait there a minute. Whilst we're on the topic, though, of the Usyk situation, Conor Benn's obviously jumped on it. Conor Benn jumped on it, reposting what Usyk said. He said the following. So he posts Usyk saying, I think Ben won. And Conor Benn replies to that saying, I thought I'd done enough. We keep it moving. Back to the drawing board. And he's going hard, man. Look, he posts a video of Usyk saying it. That Conor Benn won. He's just doing the most. Unfortunately for you, Conor, Usyk didn't watch the fight, to be fair. That's the first thing. But he didn't watch it, so he couldn't tell you. Honestly, if Usyk was being honest, he couldn't tell you what happened. He didn't watch it, man. Outside of that, he wasn't a judge, bottom line. Yeah? So you can post all the Usyk videos you want about how good you did. He didn't watch it, number one, and number two, he wasn't a judge, so forget about it. Look at this, look, here we go again. I thought Ben won, and Nigel's glazing him off. Thank you, champ. Alright, so that's that part done. My point was showing you the Conor videos saying this guy Conor's out here wilding. I think Eubank's older, but I would have liked to have seen a video, man. I would have liked to have seen some gloating, not tacky gloating. I mean, I took anything, to be honest. I think that bear in mind he did the post-fight interview in the ring. He didn't do the post-fight interview in the press conference, so we haven't really heard from him. Conor Benn sitting down with IFL, and for this type of event, I'd like a little bit more. I guess he'll talk at some point, but I don't really want to see a scripted Ring Magazine interview, for example. It'll be dead. I wouldn't mind some like the egg bars or whatever else, the mugging Eggy Hearn off. That's the play, man. I've thought of it then. Mugging Eggy Hearns off. At the very least, Eubank should have come out and mugged Eggy Hearns off. Yeah? I told you, you bottled a $1 million bet. You could never bit me. BJ Saunders bit me. Tripped me. You tripped me wrong. Billy can't speak a lick of English, man. Come on. But listen, trolling Eddie Hearn would have done. Right? This whole text thing, it's okay for the masses. But you've earned, from what you've shown in there, you've earned it, man. On the flip side, I think, again, Eubank's older now. He's chilling with his nephew, probably. The Eubanks are good at, clearly, they're good at creating drama. That's the truth. The whole weight cut thing was a whole charade. Eubank Senior beef was a charade, etc, etc. It could be the case. He's kind of keeping low, keeping people waiting. That said, this normally a week after a fight, you wanna it's your time, end of the day. For example, a month from now, the masses aren't going to be as interested as they are now. to hear some bars from Chris roasting Eggy Hearn or roasting Conor. So now's the time, man. Put something out. Cook some bars up, man. DM the YB. DM at the_Don_YB and I'll put you on with some bars, man. Cheap as well. Minimum wage rates I'll give to Chris Eubank. You best believe it, man. 100%. £11.41 per hour, man. That's how my rate's at. You best believe it. But yeah, I think we'll end it there. Salute to Chris. Because Chris, the thing about Chris is, yeah, what he left out there, these type of bars. Conor, on your best day, we see you. You pumped up welterweight midget. On your best day, you couldn't do nothing on my worst day. I had no legs underneath me. You saw it. You could do nothing. Something like that, man. Just roasting him. You've earned it at this point. And bear in mind all the bad blood. Conor Benn's a PED cheat. Is it possible the whole beef was staged? I wouldn't put nothing past this kind of industry, but I feel like it was pretty genuine. Then again, I felt that the Eubank Senior situation was pretty genuine too, so who knows? But still, you've done it now, bro. This is the time. Clown Eggy, clown Conor, and Bob's your uncle. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, like the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this one, people. Stop it. But